live. 3, 2, 1.
You start.
Good afternoon, everyone. I want you all to say hello to Hudailee. To this afternoon, we're going to come into Hudailee's world again. Of course, I'm sure some of you have seen us do an interview once before. You know, had a great time with that interview. But this afternoon, it's all about Hudailee again. We're going to be talking about the new music of Hudailee. And before you hear any of her songs, we are going to first let her introduce herself to you. For those of you who've never heard of Hudailee and who Hudailee is, here she is. And you're going to enjoy her music too. And before you listen to her music, what we're going to do, I want her to give you the inspiration to each song that you're about to hear this afternoon. You're going to like it. So Hudailee, introduce yourself to everybody.
Well, my name is Hudailee, Hudailee, Hudailee. I am from upstate New York originally. I moved to Atlanta in order to pursue a music career many years ago. Unfortunately, some things happened that changed. I wasn't able to do it at that time, but I am back and I'm here and I'm doing what I love to do. That's basically about me. I'm the elephant in the room. Know that I'm the elephant in the room because every time I go anywhere to do anything with BLD, people are always wondering, well, what the hell is she doing here? You know? And the reason I say I'm an elephant in the room is because I'm a transgender female. And a lot of us are out here and we're trying to push our music, push our ideas, push our clothing lines, whatever it is that we're trying to do out in the community that's positive. People are so quick to look to the fact that we are transgenders. And that should have nothing to do with any criteria. But that is what the world is. Anyway, moving forward, that's basically all I can tell you about me.
And for those of you, pretty much, there may be some of you who may be transgender out there. It doesn't matter if you're a transgender woman or a transgender man. You're still somebody. You still have a purpose.
That's right.
You don't allow anybody to define you for who you are. Makes no difference because everybody has a place in this world. And it's where you choose to put yourself in this world. Don't you ever allow who you are to be anybody else's nuisance or distraction. They're the problem, not you.
Right.
Always remember that. And with Hudailee uses her music to express herself. Her music is a part of her. And when it comes to some of you, whatever you do to make yourselves feel better, as long as you're not harming yourselves, make it a part of you. Make it your motivation, your inspiration. That's why I wanted Hudailee to give us the inspiration to each song before you hear it. That way you can say, oh, that was the reason why she wrote this song. Or that's the way she was feeling when she wrote that song. Just like any of you. You may have your own songs inside of you. Write your own songs. Take a part of your life and turn it into your own song. And the first song we're going to hear is titled?
The first song that I'm going to play is going to be actually from the video that we just released. It's called
21 Questions.
21 Questions. I'm silly too. So you guys might as well get that I'm silly.
You got to have a sense of humor.
And that's not 21 Questions, but here is 21 Questions.
Right.
I told you I was silly. You see, I dropped the phone, right? I'm just keeping it real and having a good time. And that's what I'm here to do is have a good time.
Exactly.
There's none of this is
That's correct.
pre-written or anything.
Correct.
This is just live. This is what it is.
That is correct.
So here it is, 21 Questions. 21 Questions is about the questions that you want to ask somebody when you first meet them, especially if you're going to meet them. Well, more so if you're going to meet them in a relationship aspect. If you meet them like, damn, he's hot, yo, I'm trying to figure out how we going to do this, then you got to ask these 21 questions before you fall into that. So here it goes.
You're rocking with the DJ that keeps the hits
BLD
coming.
Studios, BLD Films, BLD, that's where we are today. Hey, yeah. Listen. This is what we do like this. Just that part.
folks, you need the moms so that you can do what you do to take care of us too.
Bring that one back from the top.
You need the moms so that you can do what you do to take care of us too. When I'm a boss on my own, there's things I got going on. Tell me what you gonna do. Play with me, you're the fool. I got 21 questions for you. For you. Don't you know that? 21 questions for ya. Who's the one that brings on the food? Cooks it up so you're feeling smooth. Eat what you want, say what you want, get what you want. I'm the one that do what I do. I know that I'm in love with you. 21 questions for you, for you, for you. I got 21 questions for you. What you gonna do? 21 questions for you. Yeah.
You're rocking with the DJ that keeps the hits coming.
There we go.
Now, everybody, of course, you have your own 21 questions for people when you meet them for the first time. Some of you may have more. But however, you need to have some questions for people.
Yeah.
And you need to stop asking people what you want to know and start asking people what you need to know.
Go on, talk
In this day and time, with the way things are going on right now, you need to start asking the pertinent questions of what you need to know. So again, behind 21 questions, give us more insight on your vision for 21 questions. You know,
where's my vision for 21 questions to go?
as far as like, you know, when you wrote the song, you know, who did you want to touch with that song?
Well, my goal is hopefully touch each and every female, male, everyone in the universe that's trying to be in a relationship in any form or fashion. That's a relationship that's beyond, family relationship. You know, you're stepping out into a relationship with someone that you may fall in love with, you may not fall in love with, and you want to make sure that they're conducive to who you are. You know, so that can work for both of you.
Yeah.
And if they're not, you need to find out if they're willing to work on themselves.
Exactly.
So that you guys can be a happy couple.
That's right.
Yeah. No inhibitions. No foolishness. I put it like no foolishness. Just tell me. Of course, they're gonna tell you how they like it.
Yeah. You better believe it.
They're gonna tell you how you want to do it in bed.
Right.
So if you can tell me how you want to do it in the bed, and you need to tell me where you work at. What is your income? What is your vision for the rest of your life? What is your next move?
There's no need to lie.
Right. What's your next move?
Because your lie is going to become the truth one way or another. It always do.
Yeah.
Your lie will become the truth on its own without your help. Because
will.
one thing about a lie, even when it comes to the truth, on many occasions, it don't need your help. It does not need your help to be exposed.
Exactly.
If you're lying, that'll expose itself. If you're telling the truth, it'll eventually expose itself. Doesn't need our help. And again, when it comes down to 21 questions, remember that song, when you meet somebody, just think about, Hudailee wrote a song about 21 questions. I better have my own list of 21 questions.
Right. You know.
I need to apply that song title to my life.
I receive that.
The next song that you want to play.
The next song that I'm going to go into is going to be Stand and Rise. Stand and Rise is based on you've gone through a lot in your life, and you've been held down to get to where you thought you would be. And you wake up one day, you were 18 when you thought this is what you wanted to do, and you wake up one day and you're 21 years old and you're, oh my God, I still have not gotten there. And that's because you didn't stand up and believe in yourself and push yourself forward. Or you had some obstacles in your life that kept you from getting to what your desired point was. But at the end of the day, no matter what time it is, no matter what year it is, you still have the opportunity every time you open those eyes up to get up and stand and rise and move forward in what your heart desire is. And that's what Stand and Rise is about. Moving forward to your heart's desire. Be yourself, love yourself, because nobody else can love you like you do.
Exactly.
And that's it.
Let's move into.
Okay, Stand and Rise. And it's also about people judging.
Right.
You know, everybody's going to judge you. It doesn't matter. If the President of the United States gets judged, Jesus got judged. Judged not unless you want to be judged. But unfortunately, we all are judged. So if you're focusing on the judgment of others upon you, then you've missed your mark. You need to focus on yourself and let God do the rest. Moving forward, Stand and Rise.
You're rocking with the best. We're about to take it back.
It was so hard for me, oh my God, going to school, having to fight on my way to school, having to fight as I got on the bus to school. Then I get off the bus, oh my God, I gotta fight at the end of the day. Oh, now I gotta fight when the day is all over with. Oh, here we go again. I gotta learn to love me. I can't let these people tell me who I am. I know who I am. I stand. Know who you are. I stand. You gotta fight. You gotta fight for yourself. You gotta believe in yourself. You gotta love yourself. Love yourself. You don't want nobody else to do that. You don't. Nobody else will. Nothing was that way for me. Trying to find acceptance in this world, you see. When I came up, it was taboo to be someone like me. I wasn't appreciated when they tried to beat me, you see. Oh, I had to prove myself many times again. Do I love me enough to stand and ride? Stand and ride. Stand and ride.
Yeah, right.
The mud, even scandalized. I still learn how to stand and rise. No matter how much hate they throw my way, I'm still comfortable with being K. Correct.
Elephant in the room.
What they say. For real. Let them do them, cause I'ma do me. I learned to defy it, turn tragedy to a triumph, and don't let nobody stop my shine. Never give them the pleasure to hear me whine. That's why I don't complain. Nobody don't listen. Stay in my lane, play my position. Fuck what you say, I'm gon' get it.
I was put here just to share with you.
I was playing to share with you.
Look at all the creations and the things that God can do. You know, you gotta find peace within yourself. So know that it's not me, don't get mad. Just being free in yourself. It'll be alright. But you better know to stay. Just stay.
Break it.
And see, for those of you who don't quite understand what stand and rise means, Hudailee, give them more of an idea of your definition of stand and rise.
Well, my definition of stand and rise is when I was hit by a truck and I passed away. I came back clinically in a body bag. I was actually dead. I don't know what dead is or what dead is, but I was actually dead. And then coming back, I didn't know who I was. I didn't know anything. You know, I didn't even know I was in pain. I didn't exist. Even though my physical body came back, I still did not exist. And almost 2 years later, or longer, my sister was kind enough to take care of me because I ended up with brain damage.
Okay.
So my sister was kind enough to take care of me, even though everyone else in my family had decided that, you know, there was no use to try to do anything for me because my mind was gone. she decided that she would love me and take care of me. And she did. And one day I walked in the bathroom and recognized myself.
Wow.
And when I recognized myself, I didn't look like myself anymore.
Mm-hmm.
There was a whole other person in that mirror.
Okay.
And the person that in that mirror had scar white. I was drugged to the white meat, right down to the bones in my nose. You could see the bones in my face. I was hit in the back, so I could not walk properly. And I passed away. So because I passed away, my brain had become damaged. So that meant that memory, learning how to write again, I had to do. Learning how to read again, I had to do. I had to learn everything that a child would have to learn all over again. The feelings of emotions, I had to learn all over again. The emotion of love, the emotion of anger, the emotion of hate. I had to learn all those emotions all over again. Wow. And today, I stand. And today, I rise. Today, I stand because God blessed me to be able to still stand to tell a story. And in telling you to stand and rise, you have to come back from whatever it is that you're going through or that you've gone through.
I agree.
But you've got to want that for yourself. Nobody can want it no better than you do.
Right.
And I decided that I was going to be Hudailee that I know. And I'm standing and I'm rising right now.
And I will also add that, everybody needs to learn to stand and rise in your own format.
Whatever it is.
You don't have to be like anybody else but yourself.
Yep.
Learn to accept yourself. Learn to be yourself. Most people have said, it's easier said than done. Well, not necessarily. See, once you make up in your mind that you are going to be comfortable in the skin that you're in, that's not a difficult task to do.
Skin that you're in.
Because, again, everybody's not meant to be millionaires. Everybody's not meant to be billionaires. Everybody will never win the lottery, which I don't play the lottery. But, again, everybody is not meant for certain things.
Right.
So, again, when you listen to Stand and Rise, look at yourselves and say, I'm going to do just that. Even if it starts today.
Get up out of bed.
Right.
Get up out that bed. Whatever it is holding you down, get up off
Find
of it,
a
let
reason.
it go.
Yes, find a
and
reason.
free yourself.
And to stand and rise.
As long as you hold on to whatever's negative and whatever's bad, I can't this, I can't that. As long as you hold on to that, that's where you're going to be. That's where you're going to stay. So you have to decide that you don't want to be there anymore. And you've got to mean it.
And see, again, just like even taking music like Stand and Rise.
Yes.
We all can have a song within ourselves.
Yes.
But you got to stand and rise.
Yes.
That's the biggest thing. You have to stand and rise.
Stand and rise.
So when Hudailee wrote that song, that's a part of her.
Yes.
That put those words into a song.
Yes.
Because she chose to stand and rise despite whatever obstacles that she was going through at the time. She still chose to stand and rise. And that's what you should do. Take her song and put it into your mental folder and say, I'm going to stand and rise today myself. Even if it's just starting today.
Yeah.
Do it. You can do it. You can make it, and you can do it. So what next song are we going to hear?
The next song we're getting ready to go into is going to be, this song's called Feeling For You. Now, remember I said that all the stuff that I went through, I had to learn to, now I'm in a level where I have to learn the feeling of love, the feeling of affection. Feeling For You is about, meeting somebody out. I was out and about and I met somebody, and we had never said 2 words to each other. We had never even spoken to each other, but I had a feeling for that person from way across the room, and they projected and caught my feelings about them and came over to me and began to dance with me. And so Feeling For You is about it's a love song. It's like, I got a feeling for you. I can't help myself. And you just tell them about how you feel about it. And that's basically where it is.
Let's go into it.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. I'm ready.
All right. And it's a dance mix. So get up on the floor. Put them hands up.
I got a feeling that this is gonna be something that's gonna make my body move. Yeah. Woo. With it. Are you with me, baby? I'm on it.
I'm with it.
Do it.
I'm with it. Do it.
Do it. Tell me, baby. Walk me through it. I've got a feeling for ya, and I can't even blame myself. I've got a feeling for ya, and I can't even help myself. Thinking that you want me, got a feeling that you need me. Don't you love me? Don't you love me? Don't betray me thinking of me. I've got a feeling for ya, and I can't even help myself. No, I got a feeling for ya, and it's true, there is nobody else. I got a feeling for ya when the sun opens my eyes.
Open my eyes.
I got a feeling for ya
gonna rain.
when the rain comes down and cleans my
It makes you feel like that.
makes you feel like that. I got a feeling for ya. Get up. I got it. Get up myself. And here it comes again.
I'm dancing, having me a good time.
Work it out. Work it
I
out.
really roll with it.
Work it out. I'm feeling that you're gonna take the time to make my spirit start to move.
It was so good it made my spirit move, honey.
Feeling for ya. Oh yeah.
That bass line is treacherous, huh? Hope y'all dancing. Y'all dancing yet?
Feeling for ya. And I can't help myself. No. I got a feeling for ya, and it's true, there is nobody else. I got a feeling for ya, makes me jump and move my body
It
hard.
makes me jump and move my body hard. Yeah.
I'm gonna dance it for
But
ya,
dance it for ya.
'cause I don't want you to break my heart.
Don't break my heart.
Got a feeling for ya.
Yeah. Right.
Again, the title of that song is,
Feeling for you.
and also too, when you think about feeling for you, of course, Hudailee gave you, pretty much her background story on what motivated that song. Each of you can also look at yourselves and say, oh, I've been places, I've seen somebody, and I've gotten a feeling for them. Don't always have to be sexual.
No.
You can see somebody maybe dressed, and I say, oh, I got a feeling for them shoes they got on.
Okay. That's
Got
what
a
I'm
feel-
talking about. Yeah.
I got a feeling for that outfit.
That's
they
what
got
I'm
on.
talking about.
You know,
Got a
so
feeling for you. Yes.
you can always find something
Yeah.
that you can have some feelings for.
Yes.
Own it, you see it, and you own it. And again, that song right there, remember it. And all this music is from Hudailee's new songs. All her songs are new. And another thing, let the people know where they can hear your music.
You can hear my music on SoundCloud. You can hear my music on BandLab. You can hear my music on mixtapes. You can hear my music on YouTube as well. There is a lot of I have a lot of music out. Not just the album, but there is a lot of other music that is out
And
there
spell
right
your
now.
name for the people too.
Hudailee. Hudailee. You can even Google my name. If you Google my name right now, while you're watching and you're listening right now, if you Google my name, Hudailee, I'm going to say it one more time, Hudailee, a screen's going to come up. and it's gonna be all about me. It's gonna be all about me when it comes up. Please excuse that. And just tap right there where you see SoundCloud. If you tap that SoundCloud right there, it's gonna take you into stuff. In fact, I just dropped last night, so it's gonna be really interesting, I think.
You know, music can certainly be motivational and inspirational. I mean, with the way things are going today, with all of the crime and hurt and pain, it's good to listen to music that can motivate you, uplift you, make you want to dance, make you want to smile, you know, make you want to take your mind off some of the things that may be going bad in your life. Of course, you're going to get through one way or the other. You're going to get through it. Don't let the world beat you down. And, of course, use some good music like Hudailee's music to get you through. It's upbeat, it's dance music, it's motivational, and it's definitely transparent.
Yes.
And that's what you can take from the music. And what's the next song we're going to hear?
The next song is going to be, I gave you the Stand and Rise. I gave you 21 questions, and I gave you Feeling For You. I'm going to go in, I'm going to give you Walk On By. Walk On By, it's about a relationship that I was in. I'm sure you've all been in. And that particular day, I thought, at this time, I thought the relationship was solid. I thought we had already done the 21 questions. And I walked in, and they were in my house with someone else.
Wow.
In the bedroom, in the bed, doing the thing. Wow. I'm being nice about how I'm saying it. The thing.
Yeah.
So they're doing the thing, and I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, do I kill him? Well, if I kill him, I'm going to jail. So I'm just going to stand here and look at them like they're crazy. I looked at them like they were crazy, and I walked out and I walked away. And I left both of them in the house. And in that walk away, that's where the song came about. Are you ready?
Yes.
Here we go again. Shit. Next time you see me, I'm gonna need you just to walk on by. And hit the door, 'cause I worked too hard to have you. Too much for you, baby. You need to walk on by. Next time you see me, I need you. On by. Everything I did for you, baby. I can't understand why you would do it this way. Like this. There's nothing else I can say, nothing I can do but let you go. So please, just walk away. I need you to walk on by. Down the street, and I'd start to cry. Walk on by. Walking on by. Goodbye. I'm just a little lost for this thing. I'm just a little confused in this game.
And again, the title of that song?
That song is called "Walk On By."
You know, I would tell you, you made a very good point when you said when you saw them, you left them there. People, I tell you, in this day and time, unless you want to see yourself sitting behind bars, don't waste your time.
Right.
It's too many people in this world to be arguing, fussing, and fight. Even if this person has disrespected you to that point, get rid of them. Just get rid of them. You can move on. That's why in most cases, don't put out what you're not willing to lose.
Don't speak.
Don't do it. Because, see, for some people, some of you put too much emphasis on a person more than that person puts on you. And when you do that, that's where your anger comes from.
Yes.
Then you want to get criminal and you want to get physical.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Because at the same time, always remember there are way more people in this world than that one person.
Exactly.
You know, and see, I hear some people say, after what happened to me, I can't trust nobody. That's your problem.
Right.
That's your problem. Because see, one thing you got to realize, even if you choose not to trust other people, you got to learn to trust yourself. Apparently, you don't trust yourself. Because when you say you don't trust nobody, you don't trust your own judgment. I refuse to not trust people. People will show you who they are if you pay attention.
Right.
You don't punish everybody for what one person did to you or two people did to you.
Right.
You're not going to live in this world as a carefree person. So when you listen to that song, bring it into your life. Bring it into your mindset to say, when somebody walks down the street, this person you used to, I don't care if it's friends, because you got some friends. You have some friends,
the same thing to do
alleged
with. Yes,
friends
yes.
that are worse than people that you actually slept with.
Yes. You got to walk over by them too.
You can loan them $5.
Don't talk about them.
They'll tell you all kinds of things to get that $5, but when it's time to pay it back, you can take that funky $5. It wasn't funky when you got it.
Right. What about the ones that borrow $5 every other day? Can I hold $5 a day, and you can give them the $5 they go over that day?
And you have some people will
now
run
you got $100.
Exactly, and you have some people will run up on these people talk about you owe me money. I'm gonna jump on you. I'm not fighting nobody for no money that I loaned you. Cause see, first and foremost, see people take it from me. When you listen to that song, again, learn to trust yourself, not them.
Yes.
When you trust yourself, you can relax and release and let certain things go.
Yes.
Don't loan what you're not willing to lose.
Right. Exactly.
Don't give of your time.
Right.
If you can't lose it.
Right.
See, one thing I will say, when you listen to certain songs, even like Hudailee's song, it should make you look within yourself to say, makes me want to think about certain things now. And one thing I want you all to know, if somebody has allegedly slept around on you or done something to you, I wish you would cry if walking down the street.
Right. I was not crying.
If they see you walking down the street and you better not be crying. I'm going to give you a reason to cry. I catch you. You don't have no reason to be crying.
Right.
You didn't do nothing.
Right.
And even if you did, they had the right to come to you and have a conversation with you before they went to the next level.
Yes.
That's why when I hear some women saying, you know, I cook and clean for this person and da-da-da-da, baby, you can be Hazel B. Okay, you can be a maid in that house. If that man, just like a man, you can be a butler to your wife or your girlfriend from sun up to sun. If that woman go out and want to cheat on you, that's going to happen.
That's something that's in them, and they're going to do it anyway.
And then when you find out that this person cheated on you, see, I've never been in a relationship. I've never cared to date nobody. I've never been married. But one thing I would tell you, because I've had people ask me, if somebody cheated on you, how would you deal with it? Let me tell you how I would deal with it. I can honestly tell you how I would deal with it. I wouldn't. I wouldn't. Right. I will gift wrap a person and give them to that person. I'm not going out. I'm not checking nobody over somebody who's supposed to be with me. There's too many people in this world. You will be replaced within 24 hours. I promise you.
In the next 15 minutes.
You will be, exactly. You will be replaced.
Yeah.
I don't have a need to be in a relationship. I told my mother and father when I turned 18, I was never going to date nobody really, and I was never going to get married. They accepted that. I love being by myself. I prefer to be friends with people as opposed to anything else Because at the same time, and some people say you like that probably because you don't want to be hurt by. Can't nobody hurt me. You cannot hurt me with laying down with somebody else. If that's what you want to do, be you.
Right.
Because you're not doing anything I can't do.
Right.
And probably better.
Okay.
But by the same token, I'm not going to waste my time. I'm not going to waste my time competing with nobody in no mattress Olympics.
Right.
Do you?
Do you?
That's your problem.
Okay.
So when you listen to that song, again, if you see somebody laying in your bed in your house, don't go get no gun.
Right.
Remember what Hudailee said, Hudailee rather.
I walked away.
Make sure you say you saw it and you turned around and you walked away. Mm-hmm. But remember what I said though. Don't you? If they see you walking down the street and you crying, you better not. No crying over there. No, because you didn't do nothing. You didn't do nothing. No crying.
But you're not crying about what you did. You're crying because you're hurt. Because
you better not be crying, period. Don't need to cry. They need to be the one crying.
Right.
Because in most cases, they're the ones probably don't even have much of nothing. And even if they do, I tell you, one thing people...
Well, you're living with me, so I know what you got.
Exactly.
I know what you got.
And
but I know what you ain't going to have. I know what you got to do.
That is
you got
correct.
to get on up out of there.
And you got to always remember, people, the grass is not always greener on the other side. I mean, these celebrities should have shown you that.
Yes.
Now, you talking about celebrities with money, big houses, all the people they want. And we look at, all of this money.
Yes.
You got some of the best looking women in Hollywood. You got some of the best looking everybody in Hollywood. But look at them. They're getting cheated on. And look
no
at
matter
these,
how you look now.
And look at these divorces. $50 million over here, 100. So I tell you what, you better find your own place in your own life with people.
For your mind and your ass will follow.
Exactly. So again, let that song sit in your minds and say, that's what I'm going to do. See, Hudailee didn't say when she caught that situation, she just went berserk, which she probably wanted to.
I wanted to. I really
but
did.
see, one thing she chose to do was say, I walked away. I
had
left him in the house.
Well, I had to save my life.
Yeah.
Because when I seen that, first thing that came to me is, well, if I do this and I do this and I do this, I'm going to jail.
All your hard work. Remember this, people. All of your hard work, all your hustling, bustling, and there will be no more getting the bag when you're sitting in prison.
No, ain't no bag to get, but they bag.
Right.
Yeah.
You're going to be making maybe 25 cents an hour, if that at all, when you go to jail. You got to remember. If
you can make money in jail now?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Been to jail. I've been there.
Yeah. And the thing about it is, you got to remember that you had a life before that person.
Yes.
And you're going to have a life after that. You may have a better life after that person. Yeah. But people, before you decide to hop into another relationship, another friendship, a husband and wife situation, take some time for yourself and enjoy your view. Enjoy yourself for a while.
Right.
Start dating yourself.
Learn you. I know, and through all of that, I have learned me. I've learned me. I mean, right now, I can honestly say, I'm okay with being with me. Mm-hmm. I'm really okay with being with me.
Yes.
I date. Yes, I do date. Mm-hmm. I mean, my phone is ringing, but just because my phone's ringing that doesn't mean I have to go deal with the content of whatever's going on.
Yep.
I have to sit back and evaluate, do I want to go on this date or not? And then I'm going to communicate with that person for a while.
Right.
To decide if I want to, okay, well, let's do dinner or let's do whatever. Mm-hmm. And then even after that, after the dinner or whatever, just because I went to dinner with him doesn't mean that we're getting ready to roll in the sheets. It's not that kind of party. Mm-hmm. So you have to have content and character over everything else.
Of course.
The flesh is weak, yes.
Exactly.
But the flesh is as weak as we allow it to be.
That is correct.
So I'll leave it there. And
so our next song we're going to go into, and before we get into the next song, again, give them the title of that song.
The title of that song was, what was it? Walk On By.
Walk please, people, walk on by.
Keep walking.
No fighting, no fussing, and please, no shooting and killing.
Oh, yeah, that part.
They just had a situation where a husband...
And she was mad at me. She ended up being mad at me.
I wouldn't doubt it.
She was mad at me.
They just had a situation where a man came home, caught his wife... in the bed with another man. He shot and killed her, the man, then he turned the gun on himself.
And killed himself.
You ought to see the house though.
Lost his whole life. He lost everything.
Everything.
And his soul. He lost his soul too. Because you can't ask for forgiveness.
That is correct.
once
And
you
then
kill
can you
yourself.
imagine when and people, let me tell you all something. If you have life insurance, and you can go and check with your insurance
That policy
carrier,
is not going to cover that.
if you take the life of your husband, your wife, or your family, or your mother or father, or even yourselves,
Yes.
the insurance company can
They're not
deny
gonna
the
comply.
claim.
They're not going to comply.
They could deny the claim. So don't do it, people. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Please don't do it.
And for you children, if you shoot and kill your parents, you have disinherited yourselves.
Yes.
And you're going to jail.
And you're going to
Unless
jail.
you kill yourself.
Right.
And I don't want you to do none of those things.
I've got my police. I know y'all see it. I don't care. I take my take.
So the next song we're going to move into is titled
I came to slay.
You Came to Slay.
I came to slay.
I Came to Slay is the next song that we're going to hear.
Yes.
And what is the inspiration for that?
The inspiration of I came to slay is I've been through a lot and I'm done going through. Now I'm doing what I need to do for me. I'm feeling good in my skin, and whatever necessary for me to feel good in my skin is what I'm going to execute. I didn't come to show off, but I came to let the whole world know that I am here, and I am beautiful, smart, intelligent, strong, and integrable in who I am. And I came to slay. I'm clean. It's going down in the club
Okay.
tonight.
Let's move
And just
into
because I came to slay don't mean I have to take everybody home.
Exactly.
But I did come to slay.
Exactly.
So I just want to get your attention so you can understand where I'm coming from.
There you go.
So let's party. I'm getting my dance clothes on now.
Y'all keep messing up. You wanna dance? Come on. Throw your hands in the air.
Throw your hands in the air. Let me know you're there.
Throw your hands in the air. Let me know you're there. Come on. I came to dance with you. I came to play. I came to dance with you and shake my thing. Now I came to slay.
Let's having fun dancing.
What you wanna do with it now? Take your time. When you pull up on it, then you move and grind this way. Grind this way. Right now. Right now. Feels good.
It feels good, don't it?
It feels good.
Feels good to let yourself go and be free, honey. Right now.
Right now. I got so clean to move.
I got to clean the move out my way.
When I walk in the door, there's nothing
When I
that
walk in the door, there's nothing you can say. Back up out my way. Anyway. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I came to dance with you. I came to move. I came to dance with you.
And break my shoes.
Dance tonight. Away. Away. Right now. Right now. Right now. Right now. Right now. Right now. Hands in the air, let me know
Throw your
you're
hands in
there.
the air, let me know you're there. Throw your hands in the air, let me know you're there.
Feels good.
Feels good, don't it?
Feels good. Yeah.
Right now. I can't
Get it right now when you do it down. I'ma get it right now while I'm putting it down. I'ma get it right now while I'm putting it down. Get it. Oh, you're gonna put it down with me. Get it. I came to slay. No, he's there. I came to slay now.
Okay, again, the title of that song is
I came to slay.
Now, you know what? I think everybody on a daily basis feels like that very title. Because the reason why I say that, because you want to try to look your best and you want to slay in your own way.
Yeah.
You don't have to like you walked out of a magazine, fresh out of the mall.
Right.
But even, you know what get me, when I think about that song and just the title, I think about, you like, say for instance, I love when I go to certain restaurants.
Okay.
And if I'm waiting on somebody, like one of my friends, and I
Right.
know they look a certain way too,
Right.
I love to see the looks on everybody's faces when they walk in.
Okay.
Yeah. It makes you be like, oh, wow, look at I love to look around the room and say, look
Yeah.
at how people look at this person.
Okay.
You know, and that's a great thing because in so many words, it's almost like saying they know when they go in here, they came to slay.
Exactly.
They know they looking good. They know they feel
Feeling
good.
yes.
And the aura that they're going to carry is
Right.
going to show through the
Right.
people.
Right.
So that's the same thing. When y'all of you hear this song, always know when you go somewhere, remember that title. You came to slay.
I came to slay. I almost
The bottom line, you came to slay. You don't have to look like you done went to Neiman Marcus or Fifth Avenue and spent $1 million.
Right.
But whatever you put on, be comfortable in the skin that you're in,
Yes.
and have that mindset of, I came to slay. Remember that title of that song. And again, Hudailee, let everybody know what your music can be heard.
You can find me on SoundCloud. You can find me on BandLab. You can find me on Beloco. It's easier to find me if you just pick up your phone and go to Google. If you got an opportunity right now while you're sitting and listening to us, pick your phone up, go to Google, and type in H as in U as in D as in don't, A as in and, I as in in, L as in like, E as in ever, E as in ever.
There you have it. See, again, you know, Hudailee's music should be uplifting for you, motivational for you, inspirational for you, empowering for you.
Yes, that's really my hope.
I think that's one of the most strong words that we can use with her music is empowerment, because it's called accepting who you are, where you are, and being comfortable in the skin that you're in.
And I got a song about that too. I'll tell you about that.
Yeah. And I tell you, it's well worth it because, like I told you, you know, because we talked before we did this podcast, you know, and like I told Hudailee, I said, I want people to come into your world and have an idea of the inspiration behind each song that you wrote, because that way, and honestly, people, I don't care whose music you listen to, you need to at least have some idea of where that song came from.
What's about? What is this song really about?
And a lot of artists don't really do that. They just write a song and put it out, or somebody writes a song and put it out, and they leave it at that. And I know sometimes people may say, I wonder what made them write that song, or where did it come from? Well, at least with Hudailee's music, you're getting the backstory that goes with the story. So no matter when you download her music or listen to her music, you know the backstory to each song.
And there is a story in every song. When you guys go to SoundCloud, you're going to see so many songs throughout this last 2 years. I mean, it's going to take you probably a month to go through the entire archive, and that would require sitting and just constantly listening. But I'm saying that to say that, you know, that the music is my outlet. That is my way of releasing myself from whatever it is that I'm feeling, for whatever it is that I'm going through. And I'll release it, and then I'll go ahead and record it. And then when I'm done recording, hopefully I'm sending you guys some good recordings. I'm really trying to do better on that. You know, make sure my sound is good and that you're feeling good. I'm going to repeat that because that make sure my sound is good and that it feels good, and that you're feeling the emotion and the content of the story that I'm telling. We all have a story, and that's the most important part of our lives. So everybody's special. Everybody's important.
Yeah.
Everybody.
And the next song that we're going to move into?
The next song is going to be Right Now.
Titled Right Now.
Right Now.
And before we go with that?
Right Now, oh, God. Can we kind of get into that one?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, right now it's about this guy, right?
I was sitting here
He did
thinking about
so much to me that was good. So I'm gonna shut up and listen.
the way
I
you
can't really explain it.
smelled to me. I can't explain it.
What I just said.
I'm captivated by your spell. The way you talk to me drives me to my knees. All I do is moan when you call my name. I'm hoping you will stay. Don't you wanna play? Play with me. Play with me any kind of way. You've got some kind of power over me. I can't explain it. I won't betray it. I love the way you say, I need you now, right now, right now. The way you talk to me drives me to my knees. All I do is moan when you call my name. I'm hoping you will stay. Don't you wanna play? Play with me any kind of way. I've got a passion for your touch. The world looks like it's all new to me, and such. Skies are blue. What am I gonna do? 'Cause I can't have you right now, baby. Talk to me, please.
Yeah, I hear you.
I'm waiting on you. Woo!
Let's get it, yo.
Making me that
Crazy.
On the floor,
on the ground.
The queen is the strongest player on the chessboard. Niggas gonna try to hate and try to test yours, but the best part about it, you know who you are. And everybody knows that the world loves a star. Maintain your hustle, maintain your grind. Fuck what they say, you're always gonna shine. Turn all that tragedy into a triumph. No matter what you do, don't stop trying.
the way you talk to me drives me to my knees. All I do is moan when you call my name. I'm hoping you will stay. Don't you wanna play? Play with me any kind of way. You've got some kind of power over me. I can't explain it. I won't betray it. I love the way you say, I need you now, right now, right now, right now.
Now, everybody.
Woo!
Again, the title of that song.
I forgot. Just joking. That song is called Right Now.
Right Now.
Right Now.
And people, when you hear the song, and Hudailee is saying, the way you talk to me. See, people, if you talk to someone with respect, admiration, transparency, and true love or real love, they probably would drop to their knees for you.
Yes. Yes.
But however, it's all in the words.
All in the word.
And it's all in the delivery. Remember that. Great song.
Thank
So
you.
when you look at people, and I don't care if you're dating them, married to them, or even have feelings for them, always remember it's all about what they say to you and the delivery.
It's true. That's very, very true.
And it's also how you perceive it too.
Right.
Remember that as well.
Right.
Got to receive it. No matter what somebody say, you still got to know how to
Right.
receive it.
Right.
What's
Well, you're
the message?
receiving. You're receiving it is everything.
Exactly.
I mean, in that instance, when most people get confused when they say made me want to drop down to my knees. It made me want to drop down to my knees and say, thank you, God. Finally, I've met someone that's it's right. This is right. I finally met that.
Right.
And that's what drop to your knees is about. But most people get the wrong concept of dropping to your knees. They think you're dropping to your knees doing a whole lot of other stuff.
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
the
Those
concept
people,
is not.
if their minds are in the gutter, it's going to be in the gutter
It's
anyway.
gonna be there, and that's okay if that's what they want to think. I
Right.
don't really care.
Right.
But I just wanted to clarify that.
Exactly.
Make me drop to my knees. Yes, I've dropped on my knees, and I was.
It's like you're
God,
saying, I'm so thankful that this
Yes.
person respects me.
Yes.
This person appreciates
Yes.
me. And I'm glad to know this person is in my life.
Yes,
There you go.
That's where that was.
Right.
So just to let you know that. The next song is called "I'm Every Woman."
Okay.
It's not called "I'm Every Woman." It's called "Every Woman."
Okay.
And the reason it's called "Every Woman" is, like, as I said before, I have enough pieces of hair in my closet to make sure that I'm every woman. And I'm just constantly changing, constantly evolving. And I'm watching myself evolve. Right now, I can honestly say I'm living my best life. And I will want everyone that's listening to this podcast right now to live your best life, because only you can make yourself feel good inside.
Of course.
You can give a persona that everything is great for you.
Exactly.
But in actuality, you're a miserable person. You need to find out what is going to bring the happiness into your spiritual self,
Right.
so that you find a peace within yourself. And that's what it's all really about. So yes, I'm every woman. And last night a DJ saved my life. And what's love got to do with it?
Right.
Are you ready?
And before we even begin into that song, your definition of I'm every woman can be whatever your definition is.
Yes.
Just like I'm every man.
Yes.
You can be whoever you are,
Yes.
be every if you can.
Be every.
And be
I like that, be every.
That
Can
is
I
correct.
get some on that?
Of course.
Be every.
You have to be every.
Got to be an every.
And be proud of every.
Exactly.
And again, don't let the world dictate what your every is.
Woo.
Because again, you're
They
going to be
will.
in depression over people who don't care about you no way.
Exactly.
Let's get into the song.
Let's go to the song.
Everybody wanna dance now? Y'all scared? They saved my life. Last night DJ saved my life, baby. From a broken heart. From a broken heart. Come on, come on. Come on, come on. Listen. You know you drive me crazy, baby. You got me thinking about another man.
What I do?
Called you on the phone, no one's home. Why we all alone? I'm every woman. I'm every woman. I'm every woman. Save me. What's love got to do with it? What's love got to do with
We
it?
will be discussing it in a minute.
What's love got to do with it? I'm every woman. Last night a DJ saved my life. Baby. Baby. Come on, come on.
We got to be discussing this.
Dance, 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 dance. Shake the body, watch you shake your body. Dance, 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 dance. You know you want this body, want this body, want this body. You gotta dance, 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 dance. And I gotta tell you, I gotta take it. Here we go again. Last night a DJ saved my life.
woman got you with it.
All right.
I'm that woman.
A DJ saved my life.
See, I walked in feeling kind of mad, and I was feeling kind of sad.
First I was feeling kind of mad, but now I'm feeling kind of glad.
Right.
I walked in feeling kind of mad, and ooh, I was kind of sad.
I ain't sad no more, because last night a DJ saved my life.
And again, the title of that song,
Every woman.
Every Woman. And see, people, let me say it again. Ask yourself, what man are you? What woman are you? But always remember, always feel like you are every woman or every man. And that you are all you need. And see, another thing, when you even look at what's love got to do with it.
Love got to do with it.
See, that question you should ask yourself first.
Woo! Go on, preach. Go on, preach.
Do you love yourself? See, you can't expect love from others when you don't have love for yourself.
Exactly.
And see, everybody has a different definition of what love is. And if you don't have that definition for yourself, don't ask anybody else that definition or to define it for you. What's love got to do with it has to broaden itself with you. Because it has to be not just yourself. What about yourself that you love? Some of you don't even know what you do love about yourself.
Do you love yourself?
That's correct. You got to find out what exactly it is you love about yourself. Before you can even look at another person and say, oh, I love you. No, you're in lust. You're not in love, you're in lust.
No. Right.
Because when you love somebody, you first got to look at yourself. You can't love anybody more. I don't care if it's your parents. I don't care if it's your children. I don't care if it's your friends. You have to come first. Because if your mental health is not together, what exactly are you loving? You're not together. Because again, your mental health is tied up in the world and what the world perceives you as opposed to what you put out to the world. So again, when this song comes out and you listen to it and you hear Hudailee saying, I'm every woman, and what's love got to do with it? Ask yourself that question. You are every man. What's love got to do with it? I'm every woman. What's love got to do with it? Okay, I can answer that question because I look within myself first.
You got to love you first.
It starts with you and it ends with you. Then you can add somebody else to the equation.
Then
but make sure your mental health is together. So when you say, what's love got to do with it? You know, because you are mentally stable, mentally together, and despite how the world may want to come down on you with all kinds of obstacles and problems, you can say, I have so much love and so much respect for myself, I can go through that storm and come out without an umbrella needed.
Okay.
And what's our next song we're going to go into?
The next song would be How. But I want to go back into the comments you just made a little bit before. You were speaking about our mental content. And there's so many of us out here right now that have mental content, mental issues that we need assistance with. And today I'm going to say don't be ashamed and don't be scared to get that assistance.
Right.
That assistance is out there for you, specifically. Be it a therapist that you may need to talk to, be it a friend, whatever. That assistance is out there. If you're feeling bad and don't understand why you're feeling bad, maybe we need to find out why you're feeling bad.
Right.
If you're feeling anxious can be a feeling that can destroy you. Think about all of those things. Stop, sit still, focus on who am I today. I may not be the same person I was yesterday, but who am I today?
Right.
And I can speak on that only because of what I went through with being ran over and having to learn to live again, having to live with the depression of the fact that people do not accept you based on how you look. People do not react to you according to what you have on.
Right.
So you have to really stop and think, who am I today? Why am I today? What do you have in store for me today, God?
Right.
What is my mission in life? What is my purpose? And in all of that, we can finding ourselves very, very depressed and very to ourselves.
Right.
And our suicidal rate is very, very high, especially in our communities. We don't talk about a lot of things that are going on in our communities. So I did want to say that much. I'm not gonna carry it on, because you are definitely that guy that can make sure they get that understanding that they need in that. And I thank you for having me today.
You're very welcome.
Again.
And I'll also add to what you said as well. You tend to hear more men saying, they are depressed. Because, see, again, men, you need to learn, just because you are a man, that does not mean that you are to withhold your feelings.
Yes, I'll agree. Go ahead.
Stop adding to what people are doing to you. You have some people that keep letting people do things to you that are not right. You just let it build up and build up and add up and add up. And then, of course, not everybody has somebody you can talk to. Because, again, you have some people who, they'll listen to you, and then as soon as you do something to them they don't like, they just throw out everything that anything they feel that can hurt you, they throw it in your face in front of other people. And you should not, but regardless of that, you should not walk around withholding bad feelings in you that cause you to become depressed and mentally unstable.
Yes.
Don't do it.
Love thyself.
That is correct. Everything starts and ends with you. Learn, I would say this, work on your own definition of love for yourself. Make that your homework. Because, again, you're not going to get love from everybody like you think. You're not.
Just somebody say hi to you and somebody's nice to you does not mean they love you.
That is correct.
They might love the content of who you are and what they can get from you.
People's actions will always show you who they really are. Yes. The content of people is shown through their actions, not through their words. And of course, the words are helpful, but the actions don't lie. Somebody can say, I love this person, da-da-da. But you know what? Get sick and you go in the hospital. How many times is that person going to come see you in the hospital? Now, I'm one of these types of people. You end up, let's just say you get arrested for something minor.
Who's gonna come?
I'll stick by you to a degree. But if I have a talk with you and say, if I see you doing something that I know is going to keep going to jail, I'm going to let you know in advance. You keep it up. You're on your own. Don't call me. Don't expect me to. I'm not even going to make you wonder where I'm at, because I'm not going to be there.
My mother had a very good, it was a very, very interesting saying, but it was very good. She said, I'm with you when you're right, when you're wrong, you're on your own. Exactly.
Then you have some people, I hate this thing of, a ride or die person.
Yes, ride or die.
You can't be ride or die, because, see, first of all, I'm one of these kind of people. I'm going to ride with you as long as you're right.
Right.
But if I look at you and say, listen, damn it, you need to stop what you're doing. Right. And if my words can't stop you, I promise you, not even Jesus would have us in that pub together. Nah,
exactly.
You got to learn to say no to people.
Right, because if you're in the ride or die, more than likely you're the one that's going to die, because that one's going to go about their business. They're going to get away. They're the one that's going to jump out the car and run.
Exactly.
And you're the one that's dead. So think about that.
Mm-hmm. And I love to motivate people. I love to inspire people. And see, just like I said, when you come on my Facebook page, when I put up posts, I get so many people send me inbox messages just to have a conversation with me. And I let them know what we talk about. It does not go out on my Facebook page. And that's what a lot of people respect, because, see, here's the thing. I don't need to take what somebody told me in private to make a name for myself. I was already somebody before I ever signed up on Facebook.
Thank you.
And then again, too, you don't know what people will do to themselves. You got some people that may be going through something so bad, and they felt like, they watch you on Facebook, how you talk and what you say. They feel like they are close to you, and they trust you enough to come to you and have a conversation with you. And then what do you do to them? You do to them what somebody else probably did to them. Yeah. But what you don't realize is sometimes people will say stuff to you that might be so hurtful to them that happened to them. Then here you go, putting their business on Facebook.
Right.
If you're going to do something like that, get prior permission.
Right.
Don't just take it upon yourself to take somebody's something, whatever they told you in private, and use it for views, likes, and shares.
Right.
Because your need for viral views, likes, and shares can make some people commit suicide.
Right, but not only that, it's
Or even
also
hurt
very
themselves.
selfish. It's also
It
very
is.
selfish. It's also very selfish of that
It
of you.
is. Yeah.
That's what your desire is, and that's what you're doing. Then you need to recheck yourself.
You better believe
But
it.
you got to remember another thing. Karma always come back to get you.
Always.
Some people don't believe in karma, but let me tell you something. Karma is very, very real.
It is.
And it will come back and bite you in the ass.
You know what happens when you talk about karma, people, let me put it to you like this, and I can take this from my own life experience. When I go out, like a lot of times when I go out to eat, because I love going out to eat at certain restaurants in Buckhead and downtown Atlanta,
Yeah.
whatever. What gets me is how people perceive me when I go in certain restaurants. But you know what's also interesting too is when I go in these places and they say, I love the way you carry yourself, and I love the way the people in this restaurant treat you. Who are you? What do you do? They
Right.
think that you are some great person just
you are
because of
some great person,
because of the
though.
way people treat you in this restaurant. And you know
Right.
what I always say to them? I don't take my money to make a name for myself in this place.
exactly.
I show respect, genuine respect for the
Yes.
people that work in here.
Yes.
And I tip them based upon how they treat me.
Right.
And you know what? It says a lot to
For the
them.
content of your
It
character.
does, because at the same time, you just can't. Certain things money can't buy. I don't care how much money you have. There are certain things money cannot buy, and it cannot buy loyalty. I don't care what nobody say. You cannot buy loyalty. You can't. People will lie to you and make you think they're loyal to you. I tell you what, get locked up.
Talk about him.
Be facing some real trouble. Can you imagine right now? You can even take Young Thug right now. Oh, he's still a millionaire.
Yeah.
But I can assure you, most of them people that was hanging around him,
They ain't hanging
they're
no
not.
more.
They're not checking for
Especially
Young
if they-
Thug
if they're-
right
if
now.
they're in the,
They're not studying about Young Thug right now because they are afraid
It's going to
they're going to get
affect
caught
their
up in his
identity.
case.
Right.
Let me put it to you just like this: as long as I know, if he was a friend of mine, if he was a friend of mine, I can assure you, I wouldn't care nothing about no Funny Willis, nobody else's Willis. If I know I wasn't doing what he was doing, I'm gonna stick by him.
Yes.
I would stick by him. But by the same token, everybody don't have those types of friends.
That's true.
That's why you got to make sure you know who you're attaching yourself to,
Yes.
regardless of what you got.
That's right.
You really do. Everybody needs to come to a table with your own knife, plate, and fork and napkin. It might not be the biggest napkin, might not be the biggest fork and knife and the biggest plate, but regardless, you got one.
Yes.
You need to be able to pull your own weight,
Talk about it.
as opposed to relying on that one person that may have more than you.
Yes.
Everybody needs to be able to have their own hand and able to help somewhere. So the next song we're going to move into?
The next song we're going to move into is called How.
Okay.
How is basically based on you meet somebody, you fall in love with them, and you forget about yourself. And in that love the whole time, you didn't even know you forgot about yourself until the relationship is over.
Yeah.
That's what How's about.
How many of you can relate to that? A lot of you. A lot of you.
Okay.
Let's move into the song.
I gave myself up and I ain't got nothing now, but here we go.
How did I lose myself? Please tell me how. Please tell me how. How did I lose myself? Please tell me how. Please tell me how. Everything that was so special to me. I looked at you across the bar. You captivated my soul, you see. Your eyes looked at mine, and I could see your heart was so strong. You couldn't approach me, so I looked over to you. What will we do up here? Say the words I need to hear. Damn, please, please, please. How did I lose myself? How? Please tell me. How? Please tell me. How did I lose myself? How? You offered me a drink, I accepted. Babe, you grabbed my hand and walked with me to the upstairs in the room where we could talk a little while.
Communication is important.
Can grow in our desire, and we can look at each other and smile and think about how wonderful it would be if we do what we need to do to consummate it true. Now I'm falling deeper. You tell me they tell me tell me how. Please tell me how. I want to know how. Please tell me how. Please.
The title to that song again.
How?
And we didn't. Did we do the backstory to that song?
Yes, we did.
Okay.
We did the backstory before I played that one.
Okay.
Yes, we did. We did do the backstory on that one.
Now, I mean, even when you think about that title, people, how did you lose yourself?
Yeah.
Ask yourself that question when you end a friendship,
Yes.
end a relationship, end a marriage, end a job. How did you lose? Ask yourself, did you lose yourself?
Yeah.
Ask yourself, did you lose yourself? And if you did, find yourself immediately.
Yes. Quickly.
You need to come back to reality. Ask yourself, too, how much of yourself did you put into that unjustifiably? Because sometimes
That's
it's
deep.
unjustified.
That's deep right there.
You want it too much, too soon.
Yeah.
You got to take your time with jobs, friends, marriages, relationships. You got to take your time. Because at the end of the day, some of you will beat yourselves over the head unjustifiably, asking, how did I lose myself? But I did everything for you. No, you didn't. You didn't do everything for this person. You did what you felt that person wanted. But you didn't do everything
But
for
you
them.
did that to keep them.
Yeah.
Because you was trying so hard to make sure everything was going to be okay with you and them that you did everything to keep them.
And what's so
And you forgot about
sad,
yourself.
and what's so sad about it, even the best locks eventually are going to be left unlocked.
Yes.
So you got to remember, don't put yourself in a situation where you cannot lose what you have put yourself into. Love people enough to be with them. Love them twice as much to let them go.
I'm enjoying this with you. I am enjoying this with
I
you.
speak the truth.
I
I
am
honestly
enjoying
do.
this with you.
I
Yes, I
speak
am.
my truth.
Yes.
I really do. Because I refuse to be, me personally, I refuse to allow life or people to hurt me to a point to where I'm woe is me.
Yeah.
Not when you can turn around replenish yourself or refresh yourself and put on you a nice outfit and go get you some good food somewhere.
What I say?
And
What did I say?
some good entertainment
Can we get a little
somewhere.
tone?
I
Okay.
mean, really.
Yes.
For what reason? No. And that's what I want you all to do. Even if, find out how you spend your time. Pay attention to how you spend your time, people. Because sometimes you might need to start spending some time by yourself. Go to Chastain Park. Go to, and when I say go to Chastain Park, hit one of those jazz concerts at Chastain Park. It'll change your life.
Yes.
People, when I tell you a jazz concert at Chastain Park is something, when it comes, I had never known that as many black people and white people were into jazz music. Mm-hmm. The first time I took myself out it was for my 24th birthday. Uh-huh. I rented a limo and I went to Chastain Park to a concert out there. And I'm talking about, when I tell you upscale, it was so many people on that street, you had to get out your limo and go to Chastain. I mean, basically to the amphitheater.
Yeah, okay.
It was just that crowded. And when I tell you,
I've actually been. So
yes,
I get it. I've
love
actually
it.
been.
Nancy Wilson, rest her soul. Now she's passed. Nancy Wilson was there that night. It was Gerald Albright. Let me tell you about Nancy Wilson, people. When I tell you, this woman, after the concert was over, she did very well. But when that concert was over, Nancy Wilson came out there. She sat with us. She took pictures. And then she sang to us a little bit, too. I mean, we didn't even want to leave. I was just in awe of this woman, because I started listening to Nancy Wilson when I was around 21 and 22. And I'm 52 now. I just turned 52 this past June. However the case may be, it just put me in another realm of, it made me appreciate music even more. Because I said, look at all these upscale black people, all these upscale white people. I'm serious. I thought I was the only one in the jazz music. But I say all that to say this. Change your surroundings. Don't be afraid to expand your horizons. Just like I used to be a person, I used to feel bad going out to eat by myself. Like, nobody cares about me if I'm going to eat to a restaurant by myself. Please, as I start working in the nightclubs and putting on the nice fancy clothes and meeting all the celebrity athletes, I said, let me start seeing this mess in a different light. I started going to Buckhead, the first restaurant that I took myself to, and it's still there to this day. And what's so interesting, the man who owns that restaurant is still there. I was 19 when I started going to the Landmark Diner on Roswell Road. That man is still there today. When I go to the Landmark Diner, people, if you all want to go to a restaurant that will treat you like you are somebody, please go to the Landmark Diner on Roswell Road. That was the first upscale restaurant that I could afford when I started working in the nightclub. Then I said, okay, let me go to Houston's and Benny Hunter's and all Atlanta Fish Market. People, expand your horizons. And when you listen to music like that, how did I lose myself? You didn't lose yourself. Maybe you need to find yourself.
Right.
Take the opposite of that.
Yeah.
But use a song like hers as motivation to find yourself.
And that's what it's about. It's like, by the time that song was done, I mean, I did the song only because after I went through all I went through, I ended up finding myself because I had to find myself because that person did not give a damn, and I had to give a damn, and I had to say, okay, wait a minute, let me get myself together.
As I said to Hudailee earlier, I said, you are your biggest critic, and you need to be your biggest motivator.
Exactly.
And that's the same thing I will say to all of you. Learn to become your biggest critic, and learn to become your biggest motivator and your biggest inspirator too. Yes. Because at the same time, if you give other people, that opportunity to be bigger than you, over you, you have nobody to blame but yourself. And that shouldn't be the case.
And in today's world, they're not going to do that.
No.
They're not going to do that.
And do we have another song we're going to go into?
We do have, a couple more. Well, actually, there's one more song on this album, but I did want to turn you guys on to a local vibe. But I know that we've been on set for a while. Yeah. I don't know what our schedule was to be.
I know I got ready to leave after a while.
Let's go ahead and do this. Where is it? That one's on free. I don't want to do on free.
But yes, people, I hope this entire segment that we brought to you this afternoon inspires you, motivates you to even look at music a different way. Find music that talks to you.
Yes. And really in all of that, and you saying that's where I'm at. I mean, I actually a lot of times I do my vocals sitting right in my bed. I've gotten comfortable. I've got my glass of wine, and I've got my headset on, and I'm recording right there in my room.
Yeah.
And do my vocals right then and there. And like as I said, I don't write down anything, but God gives me the words, and I just thank Him for that.
That's good.
You know, so I'm going to go ahead and share this one. This one's called "The Air I Breathe." After you had to find out how, then you find this person that is the air that you breathe, and that's okay. And that person that is the air that you breathe is God. God is the air that you breathe.
Yeah.
And I'm going to give you that right now.
Okay.
You ready? Are you ready? I'm ready. I'm ready. Are you ready? I'm gonna tell you. I'm ready. Tell me your story. Ooh, yeah. I can talk to you now. Ooh, you got me up. You are the air I breathe, boy. Everything about you's got me wide open to listen to your stories you tell me when we're laying there, when we're laying there. You are the air I breathe. I breathe. You are the air I breathe. Breathe. I believe. Walking through the park, holding hands yesterday. Telling me how much you need me to stay in your space with you today. You wanted me to move out of my space to be just with you, so you can set me free. You are the air I breathe. The air I breathe. Please, come here. Are you ready? Are you ready? You're the air I breathe. That's all I gotta say. I just want you to listen to me. That's all I gotta say. I just want you to listen to me and feel me. Ooh, yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll move. I'll do it. 'Cause without you, there's nothing in my space. Time and space, but time. All the time. Breathe.
The air is, matter of fact, what's the title of that song again?
Air I breathe.
The Air I Breathe. Now you can even take that title and ask yourself, what is the air that I breathe? Is it negative air? Is it positive air? Is it motivational air? Find the air that you're breathing. Is that air you're breathing making you sick? Is it keeping you down? As I said before, take music like that and turn it into a positive. See, the air you breathe says a lot about you. Again, the air I breathe is I would say it's a title that can be universal in a lot of ways. Always remember, the air that you take in will determine whether or not you live or you die.
It will, truly.
So ask yourself that question. How do you want to be? And again, even with the inspiration of that song,
Yes.
you made it a clear and concise point why you created that song. And you can stand on that and you're satisfied with that.
Yes, I am.
And that's what's important. That's what's important. Well, everybody, we have enjoyed this. Is there anything you want to say before?
I mean, there's.
Oh, and again, let them know where your music is at.
Oh, okay. I'm on SoundCloud, BandLab, The Loco. I have other sites. I'm on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook as well. And everything is under Hudailee, Hudailee. And I'm going to say it one more time, Hudailee, under Hudailee. I am being pushed and promoted by right now BLD Films, and I want to thank BLD Films right now for everything that they have done with me, and having me have the opportunity to share myself with the world. So I want to thank you guys as well for listening tonight. Hopefully you'll be gotten something out of it. You can go into the archives and see all the archives. There's a lot of stuff in there. And I thank you.
Definitely. And of course, a lot of you
Honored.
probably recognize me from Fulton County Exposed, of course. But however, I love to expand my horizons, and I love being transparent and genuine and having conversations with other people, like the great Hudailee, and putting out her music. She deserves an opportunity to come into your lives. Her music deserves an opportunity to come into your lives. Get to know Hudailee. I think you'll enjoy the experience. And I hope the music that you've listened to this afternoon will introduce you to her. And, of course, you're going to see us again doing interviews and whatnot.
We got to keep you posted on what's going on, what's happening, what's new. Again, we just dropped this album. The album was actually released on June 12th. But again, there is an entourage of a bunch of other music that I have out as well. So that opens the door for you to just not just be stuck in the album. You can venture out and see the different archives of what's going on with the music with me. And you also have an opportunity to know about BLD Films. BLD Films does everything, right down to making T-shirts, designing glasses for you. Whatever it is that you need that's artistic, BLD does it. And they do it without
that's BLD Radio and BLD Films.
All of that, yes. So we're blessed, and we thank you guys for joining us tonight.
Yes.
I don't know what else to say.
And again, you've been listening to James Pitts and the outstanding Hudailee, as well as
James Pitts.
And thank you, and the great music. And I truly hope you enjoyed this segment, because again, this is not the first time we've done this. This is our second time.
It is our second visit.
Me introducing everybody to Hudailee and the music and everything. So, I want you to get to know the music and the person behind the music, because there's a message in every song. That's why I wanted her to give you a backstory. So you can say, okay, where that story? I mean, where that music come from? Where that song come from? Now you know
what each song's about.
Yeah.
And I'm in great hopes that when I do start doing my touring this year coming, I will be touring. And I'm hoping that my goal when I get on stage, I'm not going to just jump on stage and start singing. I'm going to get out there and I want to talk to you guys. I want to tell you this song is about so-and-so and such, and then we can interject from that moment, and you guys get to learn the music.
Right. Because that's a good idea, too, opening up a conversation or a dialogue with the people, then going into the music.
Yes. And I know most artists get on stage and their songs are already being played on the radio. So even though they've already been played on the radio, they still don't get out and tell you what the song's about or how the song came about. But I want to share that with you, because that's going to make me feel good in myself. Not just that. It's going to give you the opportunity to know where that song came from, why. Right. And it could have happened to you.
Exactly. Well, everybody, thank you for listening and also viewing us this afternoon. And certainly we will keep you updated on everything. And I truly hope you appreciate and enjoy the music of Hudailee, and take some time to listen to it on your own time. And everything we've said this afternoon is meant for you to be motivated, inspired, and informed.
Yes.
This is not fake.
No.
This is real here. We speak from the heart. The music speaks from Hudailee's heart.
Yes.
Everybody has a song.
Yes.
You just have to put it to music. Well, everybody, you have a good afternoon.
Good afternoon. See you guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.